Hi, loves. Welcome to Empowered Through Pleasure, day 5. This has been such an amazing 5 days, a wild ride through pleasure and into empowerment. Hi, Tommy. Welcome, love. Good to see you. And hi, Jack Stevenson. How are you? Welcome, beautiful people. Yeah, so yesterday we talked a bit about how pleasure can not only feel amazing and be an awesome part of life, but how it can also empower us. Hi, Melinda. Hello, my dear. Good to see you. How's your day going? Just getting started here. And hi, Sterling Mallory Archer. Welcome, my dear. How are you all doing? Feel free to let me know in the chat how your day's going. Let me know if you have any questions. Today's the last day of the event. Today's the last day you'll ever get to talk to me. No, I'm just kidding. Until I go live again in a few days. But if you have any questions, whether it's something specifically that we've been talking about during Empowered Through Pleasure, or in general about sexuality, about empowerment, about pleasure, about relationships, feel free to ask me, and I'll at least give you a little bit of information here. Pleasure coming back to life each day since your class. Oh, thank you, Melinda. I love that. Yeah, it's so amazing how just taking, these daily classes have been like about 45 minutes on average, but taking less than an hour out of your day to do something intentional like breath work or envisioning your goals or just coming back to feeling your body can change so much, right? And so imagine what doing that on a daily basis could do for your life. And yeah, that's definitely something that I encourage you to continue doing long after this class is over, is to really just take some time, and it doesn't even have to be 45 minutes, it could be 5 minutes, to just connect with your body and connect with your pleasure. So yesterday we talked about how pleasure empowers us, how it can really help us to deepen our self-love, our confidence, how it can deepen our connection in our relationships, and how it can really help us to feel worthy of moving towards our goals, of asking for what we want, of coming into our full power in life and really standing up and saying, this is me and this is what I'm doing and I'm proud of it. So today we're going to be talking about our sexual energy and how we can harness the power of our sexual energy, which is our life force energy. I kind of use the two interchangeably. And how we can harness the power of that to really manifest our desires and give us more energy for our day-to-day life as well. And through this this event, I really wanted to give you a mix of kind of personal shares from my own journey and information, and also different exercises and practices that you can try and then that you can do on your own to keep your pleasure and your empowerment going. Hi, Happy Joy. Welcome to day 5 of Empowered Through Pleasure. How are you doing? And so yeah, we'll chat a little bit about the sexual energy, and I'll teach you about this process, which is embodied breath manifestation, and you can also do it during self-pleasure or during sex and turn it into a sex magic practice, which is so powerful, combining the power of pleasure with the power of our breath and our intention. And so I'll be guiding you through a practice to connect with that sexual life force energy, which generally is staying at the base of our body in the first chakra, near the perineum and the genitals, and then really allowing that energy with the power of our intention and our breath to start to flow through our body and moving it up through each of our different chakras and infusing that energy with the beautiful qualities of each of our 7 chakras, and then really allowing that energy to move all the way to the crown of your head and shooting it out into the universe to really set the intention for the desires and the things that we want to bring into our lives. And this practice is great because it's wonderful for manifestation in more of a spiritual way, where you set your intention, you call the things into your life that you want by visualizing them and feeling them to be so, and then sending that energy out to the universe. And it's also super powerful for actually allowing yourself to re-energize and get super clear on your goals, so that then you can also go out into the world and do all of the outer work that you need to do to make your goals and your desires come true as well. Hi, Smash Speaks. Welcome, love. It's so good to see you here. We're talking about using our sexual and life force energy to manifest our desires. And I'm going to guide you all through a beautiful practice around that in a few moments. And yeah, hi, love. Oh, hearts, hearts, hearts to you too. How's your day going? Hi, Annie and Marbella. Welcome, love. So good to see you all. Talking about the practice of embodied breath manifestation and sex magic, and manifesting our dreams with the help of our sexual and life force energy. And so what I'm going to do to start is so much more peaceful now. Yes, peace is such a good thing to bring into your life. More peace, more bliss. How is my day? My day is so good, love. I'm in Portland, Oregon, and it's been like pouring rain here for a week, and I barely went outside because I don't really like getting cold and wet. And so today and yesterday it's actually been super sunny here, so I went outside and soaked up some sun. And hi, Pathless Photography. Welcome, love. Good to see you again. Yeah, and then I kind of just got ready for this event, and by got ready I mean like got dressed up and had a dance party in my house, because where else are you going to go these days dressed up? There's not really a lot of options unless you live in New Zealand, where they don't have COVID anymore. Hi, Pathless Photography. How are you? Yeah, so my day has been super good, and I'm really excited to... yes, thank you, Annie. Yeah, the sun changes my whole day. I mean, there's other ways that I can shift my mood and stuff like that too, but when it's sunny, it's just like, just life feels so much more easy and light. So yeah, so today, the reason why I saved this practice that we're doing today for day 5 of the event is because I feel like it's a beautiful practice for me to share with you, that you can then take into your life if it resonates with you, and really use it to start or continue your own sexual empowerment journey. And hi, Aisha. Hi, B-Talks. Oh, welcome, love. So good to see you. How's everyone's day going? Let me know. Let me know. For all the new people, we're talking about sex magic and embodied breath manifestation, which is basically sex magic without the self-pleasuring and orgasm. And I'm going to guide you all through a practice of that today. And so if you have any questions, you can let me know. And so to start, hi, yes. Oh, good. I'm glad you're doing well, Aisha. Good to see you. Yeah, so I want to guide you to really connect with your sexual energy. Today has been a really good day. What you been up to today? What's made it a good day? I'm so curious. Or is it just one of those days that's just good? Hi, Andy. Welcome. Good to see you, love. How are you doing? So, yeah, so our sexual and life force energy is always there. For me, when I think of the sexual life force energy, it's like, this is the energy that created us. the energy that created the universe. It's the energy that created everything. Hi, Luke Maz. Oh, hello, beautiful sister. New moon energy is still rising. Yes, new moon, new beginnings. I love it. Yes, a perfect time to manifest our desires. And all the time is a perfect time to manifest our desires, but so is today. So, Annie in Marbella says, I went into the pool and enjoyed the sun, and then I was super productive. Fuck yeah. See, that's literally what we were talking about yesterday. It's like sometimes people are like, oh, I need to be super productive today. So I'm going to do that. And once I get done, then I'll allow myself to like be in the pool and enjoy the sun. But we were talking about how pleasure doesn't have to be a reward. Pleasure can be a nourishment, and the way that we begin our day or the way that we prepare for something challenging or something that we need to get done. And it really gives us fuel to do whatever the fuck we need to do. So I love that you, yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's another thing I was talking about, Annie. It was, yeah, for me, it is a goal to include some kind of pleasure in my everyday. And it doesn't have to be an orgasm, or it doesn't have to be like a big drawn out thing. But I do schedule it into my calendar because it's like, then it's there. What am I going to do? I have to do it. I can't escape from the pleasure. Oh no. So yes, it's such an important part of life to bring pleasure in. So yeah, I want to talk a little bit more about our sexual and life force energy. And when you start to feel into that sexual and life force energy, and right, Aisha's sending laughing faces. Yeah, it's don't let the pleasure catch up with you. You gotta run away. So often we deny ourselves pleasure, and it's just what we were taught to do since we were young. So it's like, yeah, gotta reprogram our brains to run towards the pleasure. Yeah, so when we start to connect with our life force energy, for myself, I always, as soon as I start connecting with it, I'm like, wow, this is so powerful. And it's like, it's within all of us. It's so powerful. And we can connect with it anytime that we want. And sometimes we can be disconnected from it. And if we are, it's so understandable, because wouldn't it be cool if we learned in school, like, okay, y'all are fucking powerful. This is how to manifest your dreams, and this is how to connect with your life force energy so that you can harness the power of that to, step into your full power. That could be like a class that we start learning when we're young, but most of the time it's not. So got to figure this shit out on our own or find someone to help us figure it out. So yeah, that's like usually one of the first things that I feel is like, this energy is so powerful, and it's just there for us to connect with. And then when you start to breathe into it, you can start to awaken that energy within your body. And then you can start to really use the power of intention and the power of your breath to invite that energy up through each of the chakras. And my teacher, Layla Martin, who I did my coaching certification with, she talks about how when you haven't done that for a long time, or maybe ever in your life, it takes some time to almost dig out the trenches within your body where the energy can flow through. So the first few times that you do it, you may feel something really intense, or you may feel nothing. And it's really important to just take what is and let that be, and try to be gentle with yourself. Try not to judge your experience, and know that this is an ongoing journey where over time you'll really begin to start to bring that energy more and more up through your entire body. Hi, Fernanda Face. Welcome, love. Talking about using our sexual and life force energy to manifest our dreams and energize our lives. And so, yeah, eventually you can really bring it all the way up through the body, energizing yourself fully and sending your intention out into the universe. Fuck yeah, this is what I want. And I mean, oh, hi from Brazil. Oh my goodness. What time is it in Brazil? I've never been to Brazil, but I would love to go sometime. I lived in Peru for 6 months, and that was an amazing experience. I was planning to travel South America, but I just kind of like intentionally got stuck in Cusco, Peru, because I just loved it there. So I'll have to go back to that area of the world sometime and travel some more. Receive the sun directly in yoni meditating. I love that. Yes, that sounds so good. I did that this past summer. I went to a nude beach. Well, I don't know if it was technically a nude beach, but there was no one there except for me and my friends, so we got naked. And yeah, the sun, we just kind of opened our legs and let the sun shine on our yonis and our buttholes and soaked up the sun. It was so nice. Be welcome here. Thank you, love. Yes, I'll come visit you sometime. Yeah, so we're talking about harnessing our sexual energy to empower our lives fully. And so I'd love to guide you all into a short embodiment practice around this and just allow you to feel how it feels to connect with that sexual energy and invite it up through the body. And we'll start by feeling into our first chakra, into our genitals, our perineum, our cervix, if you have a pussy and a cervix. And then that's the first chakra. It's a lot about, of course, our sexual organs, our genitals live there. And so it innately has that sexual quality. But it's also really about grounding. It's about feeling at home on the earth, connecting with the earth, connecting with the power that comes when we're in our full grounded strength. So connecting with that area. And then feeling into the second chakra. So that's really a lot about sexuality and creativity. And the two are really so intertwined. I find that when I'm more connected with my sexual energy, I'm connected with my creativity as well. And so opening that up, connecting with that. And then moving up to the third chakra, the solar plexus. And that's really all about our personal power, our personal fire within. And so, yeah, they're so connected. Annie says, yes, totally. It's like, yeah, that sexual creative energy dancing within the body. So good. So yeah, third chakra, really connecting with your power. And so when you invite your sexual energy up through that chakra, it's really empowering your sexuality, empowering your life force energy. Then moving it up to the heart center. Sometimes our sexuality can get disconnected from our heart. And I've worked with some clients who they feel like once they fall in, they enjoy sex, but then once they fall in love with someone, they have a hard time being sexually attracted to the person. And so there can be this disconnection of is it safe to be in love and to combine love and sex? And so this can really help to reconnect with the heart energy. Then moving up to the throat chakra, that's all about speaking our truths. And so speaking our truths in and outside of sex, telling our partners what we want, what we enjoy, what turns us on and gets us off, and also using this empowering energy to speak our voice and our truth in the world overall, all the time, no matter what we're doing. So, and then of course, moving up to the third eye chakra, and really about our intuition, about our sight beyond what we can see in this world that we live in. And that's something that I'm really working on right now. Finish the pussy breath work. Talk says, just finish your pussy breath work, and the universe directed me to your live, feeling good and trusting the universe. Yes. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad that you did the pussy breath work. Yeah, let me know if you have any questions or if anything came up for you while you did that you want to share. And yeah, I love when the universe guides us to the perfect thing at the perfect moment. So yes, hi, Isaac K. I say coaching. Sorry if I totally butchered your name. Welcome. Good to see you. And yeah, so one thing that I'm really working on is trusting my intuition and really just trusting myself. It's so important, and it's something that a lot of times we're disempowered to trust ourselves and to trust our intuition. And it's all about, trusting what makes sense logically. And there's something to that too, yes, but intuition can be so powerful. Hi, Horbatuk, welcome. And yeah, and then of course, moving this sexual life force energy all the way to the crown chakra. And that's our connection with the universe and our connection with spirit. And so empowering that connection, whatever the higher, if you believe in something of a higher power, whether it's spirit or your higher self or God or goddess, and really empowering your connection with that. And then really just shooting out that intention of your desire to the world and to the universe, that it shall be done, and so be it. So to begin this process, this beautiful breathwork embodiment practice, it's really helpful if you can feel into something that you're desiring. And it can be something big or small. It can be something related to sexual empowerment if something like that comes to you, but it can also be whatever you want. That's the whole point. So feeling into a desire, something that you've been wanting to call into your life in the new year. Maybe you had an intention for the new year, something that you're wanting to move towards. And so just beginning to feel into that, and you can share it in the chat if you want, or you can just say it to yourself, and just starting to feel into that desire. And when you feel into and get clear on your desires, when you're doing the sex magic, or when you're just trying to figure out how to pursue your desires in general, so helpful to get so clear on what is it that you want. Seeing and feeling into that, using as much detail as possible. And so seeing yourself, you can close your eyes if that helps, or just soften your gaze, and really just seeing yourself in this life in the future, not so distant future, where you've achieved your desire and you have your goal. And looking around you in this beautiful vision, seeing yourself with this desire and noticing, what do you see around you? Where are you? Who's with you? What kinds of things decorate your environment in this new reality? And also just noticing what you feel, and notice with all of your senses. What are you hearing? What are you feeling? Like, what are you touching? What kind of sensations are you feeling? What might you be smelling and tasting? Maybe you're drinking or eating something delicious, or you have a certain perfume or smell that reminds you of success in this area in your life. And so just really feeling into that and taking a couple of deep breaths, breathing into this reality and settling into it. Really noticing what happens in your body, how you feel when you feel into this. And then the next really important step is to check in with whatever symbolizes the highest truth or the highest good in the universe. So you can just think to yourself, is this for the highest good? Or you can say, is this in alignment with the universe? Or is this in alignment with destiny, or whatever your belief is? It's really important to just feel into, is this desire in alignment with my highest good and the highest good of all? Because this is powerful shit. And so you really want to make sure that you're creating something that's truly for the highest good. So just checking in with that. And if you get a yes, that's good. And if you get a no, then seeing if there's any adjustments you need to make to really align this a little bit more deeply. So keeping that beautiful vision that you felt into in your mind and holding it in your heart. And begin to really start to connect with this beautiful sexual life force energy. So allowing your attention to drop down through your body, feeling all the way down to the perineum, the genitals, feeling into the first chakra, and just noticing what's there for you right now. Noticing what you feel there. What sensations? This chakra is associated with the color of red, so maybe you see that there, maybe you see something different, and just trusting what comes to you. Beginning to send some deep, full breaths into this area. Breathing so deeply, just feeling that energy begin to stir, beginning to awaken, beginning to become empowered as you breathe. Seeing that energy in your first chakra start to become alive and awaken with the power of your breath, with the power of your intention. So feeling it awaken, breathing deep. Breathing out to the end of the exhale and in fully with each breath. Taking 2 or 3 more deep breaths into this first chakra area. And then when you feel ready, you're going to start to invite this energy to move up from the first chakra, up through the back of your spine to the second chakra, below the belly button. So up the back of the spine to the belly button, and then forward, back down to the first chakra. And really just allowing that energy to circulate in this beautiful circle up the back of the spine, down the front of the belly and the genitals, all the way back to the perineum. And breathing at your own pace, really allowing the breaths to be full and deep, and really allowing that energy to fully start circulating, infusing it with the qualities of the second chakra, sexuality, creativity, anything else that you associate with this area of your body. And doing a couple of more deep breaths into this area, circulating up and back down. When you feel ready, you can start to invite the energy now all the way up past the second chakra to the third chakra, to the solar plexus. So up the back of the spine to the solar plexus and then down the front, down through the belly, down through the second chakra, all the way back down. Breathing and letting that energy fully circulate, moving it upwards and inviting it into the third chakra, into your power center, into the beautiful yellow color that lives there. Circulating it, and if as you do, you feel that you want to start to move your body, for me, my spine starts to want to rotate and twist and open, and so letting that happen as you breathe and breathing all the way from the first chakra up to the third and back down the front of the body. And when you feel ready, staying with those deep, full breaths, you'll know when the time is right to now invite that sexual life force energy all the way up the back of the spine to the back of the heart center. And then down the front of the heart center, all the way down the front of the body, exhaling and inhaling. Keeping this loop going, never stopping the breath, going at your own pace, at a pace that feels good for you. Using the power of your intention and the power of your breath to create new roads, create new places where the sexual energy can start to fully flow through you, letting it flow up to your heart and infusing it with the powers of love and healing and openness. And back all the way down to the perineum, down to the genitals, staying with that breath, staying with whatever's happening in your body, continuing to breathe. And when you feel ready, now breathing all the way up the back of the spine to the throat chakra, and then down the whole front of the body, staying with the circular movement and pattern and breath. And as you breathe out, if you want to express with a sigh or a sound, letting that happen too. Trusting your body, trusting your throat chakra to express, feeling as you breathe in and breathe up the back of the spine to the throat, feeling your sexual energy infuse each of your chakras, moving to the throat chakra where it infuses your power of speaking your truth, and then breathing that beautiful infusion all the way back down to the first chakra. Staying here for a few more breaths, trusting your body, trusting yourself, knowing when you feel ready, you can begin to bring that energy all the way up to the back of the third eye chakra, and then exhaling down the front, down the face, down the chest, down the belly, all the way back down. And circulating that energy through. Feeling it, really feeling it, rising all the way up the back of your spine, all the way to your third eye chakra, your powers of sight, of intuition, of knowing. Seeing that beautiful energy infuse this beautiful energy circulation, and then sending it back down the body again, staying with this, feeling the energy build, feeling what's true for you in your body right now. Staying with this circular pattern. Feeling what's alive. And now when you feel ready for your own personal rhythm, letting this energy now flow all the way up to the crown chakra, up to the top of the head, and then breathing it down the front. Feeling how powerful you are, feeling the power of this beautiful life force energy, feeling it flowing all the way up to the crown chakra, where it is connecting you with the universe, connecting you with your higher self. Breathing it all the way up, all the way down, and staying with this a little bit longer, really feeling that energy flowing through you. If it feels good, you can even visualize it flowing through each chakra on its way up, and then each chakra on its way down. Whatever helps you to really feel this process. We'll do a few more breaths here, letting this energy fully flow through you. And as you continue the breaths, starting to bring your mind back to your desire, your vision, your intention, and bringing that to the forefront of your mind and your body with all 5 senses, starting to allow that to flow through you along with your breath. Breathing that in, really feeling it to be true. And now, when you feel ready, breathing up to the top of the spine and holding your breath at the top of the spine, at the full breath in, holding your breath there, feeling the power of your intention, setting the intention fully, feeling it build, and when you feel ready to let it go, exhaling and shooting this energy out to the fucking universe. Let it be done. If it is for the highest good of all, let this be done now. And so it is. Seeing that beautiful energy and that intention shooting outwards into the universe. And then beginning to rain down over your body the energy, beautiful crystalline energy, so full of power, raining back down on your heads, slowly raining down through each of your chakras, feeling that power raining down on you, opening yourself to it, repeating to yourself, I am worthy, I am deserving, I am worthy and deserving of all of my desires, and I'm gonna get that shit. And letting that energy come back down to rest in your first chakra, if that feels good to you. Breathing it in, taking a couple of breaths to integrate this process. And when you feel ready in your own time, you can come back to this moment. And I'm so curious to know how you're feeling. How was that process for you? Anything that you felt, anything that came up for you? You can share it in the chat, or if you'd prefer, you can DM me and we can talk about it there. For all of you who are watching the replay, same thing. I'd love to know, because this is one of my favorite processes. And high profile A02, a couple of people joined while we were in the midst of our process, so welcome everybody. And Yeah, as I mentioned, this practice is super powerful when it's done with self-pleasure. So that could be masturbation, or it could just be anything that gives you pleasure, just touching your skin, maybe rubbing oils and lotions on your skin, anything that feels pleasurable. And then once you've practiced a couple times and you're a sex magic and breath manifestation expert, then you can also do it during sex and have your partner be doing the breath and visualization with you at the same time. And that's super fucking powerful and super delicious. So I would highly recommend that. And yeah, I want to know if there's any questions that you all have for me in general about the process, about anything that we've chatted about during Empowered Through Pleasure. This has been so fun. Like, this is my first 5-day event that I've done, and it's just been so cool to see some of the same people join in over and over again and see some new people come by. And yeah, I've gotten some really good feedback and some great DMs with some different questions and some different experiences that people have had. And I'm like, yes, I love it. And so I'd really recommend. Oh, you're so welcome, Annie. This was great. Thank you. Yeah, you're so welcome, love. If any of the practices that we did during this event resonated with you, if you want to pick one, either like one of the visualizations or one of the embodiment practices or the sex magic breath manifestation, and do it for 7 days straight, that whenever I do a practice for 7 days straight, there's just like something that happens where real change starts to take place, and it's so powerful. So if you do decide to do a challenge like that for yourself, I'd love to hear about it as well. So yeah, I wanted to mention as well, I said this yesterday and I'll say it today also. My personal, one of my personal things that I'm manifesting was 6 new clients in January, and I've already brought in 3 amazing clients before I even really put the word out about starting to work with new one-on-one clients. And so I still have 3 spots available for one-on-one coaching. And I work with women only currently. So I wanted to just tell you a bit about that, what coaching with me looks like, and some of the logistics as well. Hi, Gwendy Darris, welcome. And that way, if you enjoyed this event and you're curious what it would look like to work with me, this will answer some of those questions. Or maybe you know someone who's starting their sexual empowerment journey or looking for some guidance, and you can pass this along as well. So I work with women who are really ready to step into their full power, both during sex and in their self-pleasure and self-care, and in every area of their life. So it's all related, right? And like we talked about yesterday, living a life of pleasure is so important for empowerment in our lives. So if you are looking for more self-love, more confidence, if you'd like to develop a self-care practice that can really feed and fuel your life, if you're wanting to learn what turns you on, whether you maybe don't orgasm reliably or you struggle with sexual desire and you want to bring more desire, whether you're wanting to communicate more openly with your partner, maybe you know what you like, but you're just not sure how to connect that in with your partner sex. So communication, if you're wanting more confidence in any area of your life, whether it's in the bedroom or in your job, women's empowerment in general is one of my big areas as well. If you feel like you've been fed bullshit stories about what sex is supposed to be like, what your body is supposed to look like or feel like, what your relationships are supposed to be like, your sexual fantasies, all of these things, we all have. That's something that's in our society from the time we're young. It's like, do this, don't do that. And so I really work on a deep level with getting into the subconscious mind, getting into the body and the sensations, and really rewiring those old stories, those old limiting beliefs that can really hold us back. So a lot of times we might have maybe grown up, let's say, in a religious background or something like that, and we grow up and we're like, okay, I don't believe that anymore. Sex is not a sin. Sex is beautiful. And our cognitive brain is totally on board. It's like, yeah, let's do it. But then you still get these feelings of shame or guilt, maybe. And you still have this thing that's like a contraction, holding you back from fully expressing yourself. And so that's where really working with these things on a deep subconscious level is so incredibly helpful. I don't do one session. I do packages, not one session, one-off sessions, because this is super powerful and deep work. So it's not really the type of thing like, if you go for a massage, once a month or here and there, it can still be very helpful. And with my coaching, not to say that that wouldn't be helpful, but it's so much more helpful when you can commit to doing a package and a sequence of sessions. So generally I recommend a 10 session package where we meet once per week, and it's all online through Zoom. And my sessions are 60 to 75 minutes long. So we would be doing embodiment practices. We'd be getting super clear on your goals and desires. I would be really guiding you to get in touch with those deep limiting beliefs, any trauma, any of that bullshit that we're wanting to clear away. And then I also give you self practices. So those might be meditations, they might be pleasure practices, could be self-care items, or practical steps that you could take in your everyday life. And when I say like I give them to you, it's not like, oh, okay, you are my student and you must do this thing. It's more like we work together to really say, okay, what's going to be helpful to you? It's not a cookie cutter thing. It's not a one size fits all. It's really, what are your goals and what kind of practices will be the most supportive to you in reaching those goals? And so those practices you do in between sessions. I offer check-ins through email during the week. If something comes up, if you have questions, you can reach out to me through email. And the investment for the 10-week package is $1,800. So that's generally the package that I recommend, because it really does give us time to go deep, starting with kind of letting go of some of the past and the limiting beliefs and all of that stuff that you want to move out of. And then looking at, okay, where do you want to go now? So implementing new pleasure practices, rewiring your brain to feel self-love and desire and excitement. And but if you aren't able to commit to $1,800 and 10 weeks of sessions, you can still reach out to me, because I do offer flexibility. We can look at a shorter package, or we can look at a payment plan that works for you. So if you're like, I really want to, but just that particular part of it wouldn't work, you can still reach out and we'll talk about how we might still be able to work together. So yeah, that's a little bit about my work. If you have any questions, I really would love to answer them for you. So yeah, you can put them in the chat. You can DM me anytime. Hi, White Owl. Welcome, love. It's good to see you. We just went through an embodied breath and sex magic practice. We were talking about connecting with our sexual energy and harnessing it for making all of our desires come true. And yeah, we just finished that. So if you want to go through that process, you can check the replay. And thank you, Aisha. Oh, it was so good to have you here, love. And yeah, if anything comes up for you, just DM me. Yeah, anyone else want to say anything? Let me know how you're doing. Ask me a question. Don't be shy. This is the time to chat. Oh, yes, you're so welcome, loves. This has been so amazing with like some real powerful, I don't know, like everyone who's been here and posted comments and everything. I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm so glad you were here. Everyone who was here, even if it was just for a few minutes, has contributed to this beautiful 5-day event. And I'll probably be going live again like in a few days. So I will keep you all updated on that. Oh, you're so welcome, Gwendy Jaris. Hi, Elvinus Jess. How are you, beautiful? Oh, we just did a super yummy embodiment sex magic practice. Oh, you're welcome, Pathless Photography. So nice to have had you here for, I think, at least a few of the days. Yeah, it's been so good. I feel so energized now and ready to make shit happen, take on the world. Any last comments or questions anyone has? I'm gonna drink some water. Melinda says, thank you for all the pleasure. Yes, you're so welcome, love. There's so much pleasure available to us to be had. So keep following your bliss. Keep following your pleasure and keep in touch with me. So much more yumminess to come. And yeah, I hope you all have a great day. Let's take on the world, indeed. Harness that energy towards the greater good. Yes, exactly. Take on the world, and some days taking on the world is like going out and making shit happen. And some days it's more like, for me, it's like, just need to go inwards and take on my inner world and just balance and self-care and all of that. So it can be either one. All right, my loves, I'm going to say goodbye. Have a beautiful day, and we'll connect again soon. Bye.